In this experiment, we're going to look at the length of time it takes a pendulum to oscillate from side to side against the length of the pendulum. So I clamped a pendulum here, and I'm going to just check the length. So I want to start at about 40 centimeters, and then I'm going to gradually get longer. So I'm measuring from the bottom of the clamp to the center of mass of the pendulum. So I'm not going to the top or the bottom of the pendulum, I'm going to the middle. So I just need to make it a little bit longer. Okay, so that is 40 centimeters now. Okay, so the pendulum is 40 centimeters. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swing the pendulum and I'm going to measure 10 oscillations. So 10 times it's going to go all the way across and back to me. So one oscillation goes across to the other side and back again. It doesn't matter actually how far I swing it, but I mustn't swing it more than about 10 degrees because there is actually an approximation in the pendulum in terms of it being simple harmonic, and if you pull the string right back to here, it will not be a pure simple harmonic motion oscillator. So you need only small swings, and that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the time for 10 oscillations using a stop clock. So I've got my stop clock, and when I release it, I'm going to start the stop clock. I'm going to count 10 oscillations and then record down the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and the time on my stop clock is 12.65. So I'm going to round that up to 12.7. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to increase the length of my pendulum by 5 centimeters, and I'm going to repeat it. So I take my ruler. I'm now looking at 45 centimeters. I've got my new length, and I'm just going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to keep increasing in 5 centimeter lengths. So we're now at the longest length that I'm going to use today, which is 80 centimeters. So 80 centimeters again from the bottom of the clamp, where I've clamped it, to the middle of the mass, the center of mass I need, which is the center of this object. And I'm just going to, as I say before, just going to record 10 oscillations. You can probably see straight away that the oscillations are much slower than they were when we had the original length of 0.4. So this is twice as long now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to record the time. I'm going to round that up to 18.1. Record the time in my table, and then I've got a table of results to do my analysis.